Hello everyone, and welcome back to Serious Sam 4, where today we'll be playing Chapter 9, A Breakfast in France.
So, an old Slavic text we found in Italy told us that the Middle Eastern artifact we're looking for, which is actually of alien origin, is in France.
Yep.
This is actually one of our less convoluted missions.
You sure it's in Carcassonne then?
I am sure it is there, but I am not sure. Our path is wise. This Grail, whatever it is, I fear it is anathema unto God. Men died to hide it, to shield the world from its influence.
Or to keep it for themselves. Whatever their reasons, we need it. We're gonna win this war, no matter the cost.
And what if cost is our soul?
I'll write them a check.
5 minutes to drop.
What's the situation on the ground?
Oh, Catfu. Mental captured the town a while back. We can expect heavy enemy activity.
Nice. I like a challenge.
You're set to rendezvous with a French resistance cell. Contact's name is Michelle. She'll meet you on the main square. The resistance will get you into the castle.
What was that? What the fuck?
Lost engine 2!
Gremlins are real!
We got raiders on our tail! This thing flies like a sack of potatoes! A sack of potatoes that's about to fall out of the sky! Start bailing, now!
You heard the lady. Go! Geronimo!
What the fuck?
Everyone, report!
I'm okay.
I got out.
I lost my shoe.
Winds are too strong.
Can anyone hear me?
Try to stay together. Don't get scattered.
We're...
Guys, hello? Shit, I can't see anything. Is that a tree? Hello? Anyone there? Quinn? Carter? Kenny?
I mean, that was basically how...
This mission is going great.
This is how Metal Gear Solid 3 started, roughly.
It's a long way to that town. I'm gonna...
8 kilometers? Oh my god. I mean, I'll get to that in a second. If I know my Metal Gear Solid 3 lore enough, I need to go back to a tree to grab a backpack that's hanging off of a tree, I believe. I think that'll do fine. I have no real weaponry. I do still have double knife, double pistol, so that's good. And I have to walk 8 kilometers in that direction, roughly, to beat the level, maybe. I have to find a ride, which implies that perhaps I don't need to walk the whole way, so that's nice. It's very bright. I can Skyrim horse my way up this mountain, which is lovely. Although this... it comes with a limitation. I have found the limitations of how steep a hill can be before I just start sliding down it. But I got a good feeling about this. I mean, what are the odds that I cannot actually climb this mountain? I would range them to be fairly low. The music is surprisingly loud so far, so if I'm screaming the whole time, my apologies. That is simply a thing that I cannot stop myself for now. Wow, really? Okay, I was worried that I was not going to be able to climb this mountain, but it seems that we are well on our way to get a nice view of this whole place. We clearly were not high enough to see everything just right. So you understand that I would have to traverse this mountaintop before going anywhere. This place is huge, though. Like, actually huge and filled with stuff. And I am concerned that I am going to be here for the rest of my life, given the rate that we are currently traversing this land, as I'm going in the opposite direction entirely. Music's kind of reminiscent of Serious Sam 2, actually, like a little bit. That's not good. The music has changed quite dramatically. And someone's shooting me. These are just red guys. Apparently I can actually melee these if I just press E to melee with a knife in my hand. Apparently that does make a difference. So I will use this great melee attack that probably has an animation of some sort. Every now and then. I have also been a little warned that if I go too far off the beaten path at any point, then I'm going to get ambushed by creatures, and I think maybe that's what's happening right now. But you know, there's like a whole area over here, and it does seem quite empty. It's mostly filled with rocks and the like, and I might actually fall to my death here. I survived, so that's good. But this is a more detailed forest than I have experienced so far in these empty lands. I'm not sure what the game is trying to tell me with this music, because it's a pretty dense forest, and I'm finding it kind of difficult to tell whether or not there is any enemies over here, due to all the trees and such. But, you know, that's how it is. I do feel like this is, even though it is entirely filled with trees and the like, there is a chance that this might just be the wrong direction. Given that's also exactly what the game is telling me this whole time. But also, maybe just trees isn't enough. maybe there's more to this world if I were to just stick to the road every now and then, but you never know. Why would someone build a gigantic forest only to fill it with nothingness? I mean, why not, I suppose. We have outran whatever enemy was behind us, so that's good. But I do hope to perhaps find something in this place. But from the look of things, I'm willing to bet that this is going to be another... one could almost call this shenanigans if it wasn't very easy to reach, you know? But, you know, like, I gots to know. I gots to check these things, because otherwise you're gonna miss out on some beautiful forests and stuff. Like, look at this. A log lying on the floor. Can I interact with this? Probably not. I can probably more or less just, like, lumberjack my way through this whole forest if I so desired. Double knife is a pretty effective way of getting rid of any tree in this place. So that's good. I will probably just load the autosave when the level started if I so desire to go back to the original path, because walking back, I don't think there's really any added benefit. Oh, there you go. Someone spawned in front of me. Well, things are spawning around me at least, so... Oh boy. Oh, that's a lot of things actually. That's several Gnars. And I'm trying to melee them, which is not a good idea. This seems to work at least. But I can't, unfortunately, really use my melee attack without also getting punched in the face here, and that bothers me a little bit. Because punching people in the face is my main way of staying alive in a place that doesn't have any health power-ups. Let's just see how long we can keep this up. I'm guessing not super long from how this is going so far. Plus, with the weapon that I currently have available, I just don't have many ways to fight these enemies off without also dying horrendously, but I'd like to at least try. 2 pistols and 2 knives can get you pretty far in this world. But I do think I probably should have healed up a little bit if I truly wanted to keep this adventure alive for as long as possible. But it is nice that in a level where they effectively just made a really big open area, they actually did some stuff to fill it. I don't think this was here like from the beginning, because if I understand correctly, before they patched it, it was basically just a big open landscape with literally nothing. And, you know, now it's at least a little bit different. Now occasionally there's enemy spawns, and I'm guessing they like build up in terms of intensity. Because so far, we've mostly been fighting just general goons. I'm not too terrified of general goons. I can take general goons any day of the week. This is an excruciating shadow. Look at this. It looks like the floor underneath it is burnt. Does this shadow go away if I... No, this is just a really weird looking shadow over here. Hang on, let me wait for the tree to sink into the land. Maybe this place is just really bright. Maybe that's what's going on, because the shadows have become very intense suddenly. I'm not sure what's up with that, but fair enough, it does look nice. Cool. Let's just keep this up for a while. We're going a little bit away from where we have to be, I suppose, but the moment I find anything of value in this... What is that? Oh, good. Vampires. Cool. That's a pretty nasty combination of things to be dealing with at this present time. Well, you know, fair enough, fair enough. Not the worst. I should probably be meleeing these a little bit, huh? Oh god, that does deal damage when you take it head on, though. Yeah, this is a little bit of a rough one. But the pistol does seem to be working quite well. Ooh, am I getting little power-ups over here to help me out? Oh yeah, look at that. That's cool. That way you can just keep this shenaniganry up forever if you do it right. Though it would probably be a little bit easier if you actually try and scavenge for some weapons first before you start doing this nonsense, but well, there's options, you know, that's nice. I'm getting somewhere. Don't even try. I need to get some health back real quick. And I have long-range melee, you can't stop me. That's lovely. Just having some power-ups drop from a mysterious benefactor, because I feel like everyone that's actively trying to save the world with me is more or less with me at this point, but I guess we are trying to make contact with Resistance leader Michelle, well known from the video game Max Payne. It's the only game I can think of right now with a Michelle in it. This is the prequel to Max Payne. I think that's more or less the main story of this game that we can all assume is true. Because I don't see any reasoning as to why it would be any other way. Now, once again, if I had a ride, this would probably go a little bit quicker. Wonder if you can ride a vampire, actually. Because at some point, if they just start spawning in bulls or something, I could just take one of those and just be free, but... harpies, really? Oh my god. Oh, that's so many things. I hadn't seen harpies before. That's actually a thing. I was kind of wondering if they just weren't in this game, but I guess they might be, considering that I'm seeing them. That is what's giving me the hint right now that there might be harpies in this game. I'm surprised how well just dual-wielding pistols is working, though, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I did read somewhere that you can ride a harpy, and I just sort of was like, do they mean vampires? And then that's where my thought process ended. But now that I see that there are harpies in this world, perhaps I can just fly away on one. That'd be nice. I'm gonna say the odds of that are fairly unlikely, but it would be nice, you know? I'll keep one alive. I think I got all the vampires. Yeah, okay. Let's just get rid of you. Yeah, look, proper harpies shooting the blue bolts and everything. What a treat. What a treat. This is gonna be a tricky one, though. Like, you can melee the harpies at least. Maybe that's what I read? I actually don't know anymore. Oh, they're so fast, though. I'm just trying to use you as a vehicle, that's all I want. I don't think this is happening. Like, I can definitely melee them, that much. Maybe if you damage you enough, I can just, you walk on the floor. That's how you used to work. Yeah, you're very dead. Alright, never mind. An attempt was made. I'm curious about the melee attack, but I'm doubting that you can actually use them as a vehicle. Which is fair enough, I suppose. I mean, if you could just fly into space using a harpy, that would be a lot of fun. It would more or less make all my exploration dreams come true that don't require me to open a console and just type the ghost command, but you know, provided that that wasn't an option, I could just take a harpy and be free, and that could be fun. But I'm just not seeing it happen. I saw many melee prompts, but nothing on the ride variety. God, this place is gigantic and filled with things. This is a very new experience for me. Normally it's just gigantic, the end, but now there's actually things to look at, and that honestly makes the whole experience a lot more fun. Plus the fact that occasionally you get a fight in the middle of it. I may not exactly have the weapons for it right now. What are those? this is concerning me a little bit. I need to not be here, I think. Let me just take one of these real quick. How does serious time work with melee attacks? I actually don't know exactly. But it would be nice if I could just melee a whole bunch of these. I don't think I can ride those. I'm just actually real quick curious if I'm even... Okay, yeah, I do have the ride enemies perk equipped, so that's good. That would have been a little bit of embarrassing if I didn't, I suppose. Let's just get rid of a whole bunch of them right now. It's mostly the running enemies that are going to be a problem. Never mind, I'm taking a lot of damage from the shooting enemies as well. But I'm kind of hoping I can melee a couple of the shooting enemies to get some of my health back. Plus there's another parachute over there, so that could probably heal me up a little bit. Provided that I actually circle all the way around and try to get that. It does get trickier though. They're not making it easy for you to just try and have a good time in this place, which is fair enough, I suppose. It is kind of their job to try and kill me. I have 1 health. And if I die, I die. You know, if I die, I'm actually going to play the game again, but until then, I will just mess around for the rest of my existence. Ah, there you go. Alright. You know what?
Yeah, this mission is going great.
I'm willing to play the game again.
Long way to that town. I'm gonna need a ride.
I am happy that a level like this exists. I'm not gonna lie, this is my jam entirely. And if there's some way to... if at any point a wearable would have spawned on that, I would have just been gone. Like, I don't think they would have been able to stop me either. It would have just been a matter of, well, that's it. That's me riding away for the rest of my life through various forests and such. Immediately throwing the harpies at me as well now. They didn't spawn in immediately the previous time. I tried to melee him, but it didn't work. Yeah, man. Okay, this is actually a little bit of an issue. My weaponry is not overly sufficient to deal with these enemies that we're dealing with right now. And I suppose I still have my, like, items or whatever. If need be, I can just heal back up a bit. It's nice that I didn't throw those away as well. It was just my weapons. Why my weapons are gone? I don't know, because I used the parachute. You can't use the parachute and have weapons at the same time. That would be ridiculous, but... too many things to look at the same time right now. I don't appreciate this. It's fine. It's all good. We're just chilling. Having a good time. Trying to make it to the mission marker. And not trying to accidentally leave this world again. I mean, it does happen from time to time, but there is a lot of world to explore. That does look like... Yeah, that's a ride, isn't it? That's a proper ride right there. Let me just check out this grain real quick. They have some delicious popcorn. Very good. Just what I wanted from this doorless farmhouse. Very nice. Just okay, no, never mind. There is one. I've spoken a lie. 'Twas not my intention. There's the assault rifle. Who? Who won't mind? I'm going to melee all of these, I think. No, I'm not. I'm gonna melee the big one. That's 5 health right there, right in his pocket. I took out the 5 health power up. I will deal with this in a second. Just let me... There's buildings here. I don't know if you noticed the buildings. With another great...
So, if you follow the map, you will be able to do as I instructed and assist our mutual friends. And remember to be extra careful, as our intelligence suggests new alien troops will be moving through the area. Michelle out.
Very French.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This seems like a nice place to have a picnic. Or a massacre.
I don't think this message self-destructed very well.
At the depot.
It repeated instead. It repeated instead. I didn't mean to make it repeat. That's not what I wanted.
And remember to be extra careful.
As nice as Michelle seems, I just don't know her that well as a person.
Moving through the area. Michelle out.
But she seems to have my best intentions in mind, so I can appreciate that.
3, 2, 1.
So that... I think I'm supposed to go that way, right? So I appreciate, again, that the game is also telling me to go in the exact opposite direction at the same time. That's always what I want, what I truly desire. Ow! I didn't even see it. I just wanted to climb a building. Cool. I guess. I'll take it. Alright, I want to check out this car real quick before I get on my motorcycle. Just any excuse to look at anything else other than the motorcycle. But it just seems to like stand out a lot compared to all the other stuff in here. Alright, it's playing the song. I hope that's not gonna be a problem. It's the quintessential "You Are Riding a Motorbike" song, so it's a little bit different. Very good. That at least increases the chance that Content ID isn't going to eat my whole face. Let's just go this way. Oh, bike doesn't like this. Never mind. Should probably stick on the road with this thing. It does not go very fast on dirt. Which is fair enough. I can see why they would, but I like the potential. Once again, if I find a bull, I'm replacing this thing. But I'm hoping this road actually goes to the side objective, because it's also going in the wrong direction. But fair enough. There's a bunch of plants and stuff in here. Oh, that would... Yeah. We'll get to that, I'm sure. I missed my turn. I have to wait for a U-turn right now. I don't want to break the law, as you probably understand. So I'm guessing at some point there'll probably be like a point where I can turn around, right? I don't really know how highways work in France. Is this a highway even? This is more like a road, I guess. I haven't seen any signs that tell me how fast I can go either, so I hope I'm not breaking the speed limit. The music has already given up on my shenanigans, which I can sort of understand. I am actually on a quick save here, because... I mean, this is an actual road. I wasn't fully expecting... I don't know, to be driving on a road, I guess. Speaking of road, so this is Carcassonne, named after the famous video game. A board game, even. Well, I guess there's a video game version of it as well, probably, but... Really only played the board game. This thing is fast, huh? Look at him go! I don't think I've ever seen an enemy move that fast before, but fair enough. Go you. Can I go in first person mode? No, I cannot. That'd be fun. You think I have to shoot that brain guy? I probably should, huh? It's kind of hard to aim on this. Especially if it just keeps being behind me, but I'm not going to stop anytime soon. I have places to go. I have a U-turn to find, so I can go back and actually go to the side objective before going back to the main objective after all. So unless this guy's actually going to pass on me, I'm just going to let him like tail me for a while, I guess. He's going fast though. He's got a fire up his butt and he's just flying with it. I feel like I keep hearing more of him, but I think it's just the same one I keep hearing over and over. His attacks aren't actually reaching me either, so that's nice. It's just me driving on the open road. With some nice, just areas around me. Like if more levels were just this, I'd be okay with that. Just one enemy following you around and a gigantic open road that you drive on with your motorcycle. While a Born to Be Wild, not quite version plays in the background. So one does not need to worry as much about Content ID. That's the dream. That's the whole dream. Practically a not quite royalty-free probably version, but just, you know, it's its own spin. Let's just call it its own spin on thing. As not quite Bruce Willis might be alive or dead. And Science Man is probably doing some stuff. Like, look at him go. Oh god, I need to be paying attention. I'm gonna cause a traffic collision if I keep looking behind me the whole time. But I'm just gonna let him do his thing. This is gonna be my sidekick on this mission. His name is Trevor. Trevor the Brain. And he's doing his best to keep up. He's like the Tails to my Sonic is who this creature is, and we're both bonding a lot on this mission, I feel. This mission to see where this leads. Like the fact, most of the out-of-bounds shenaniganry, we've had some hills, but nothing that looked quite as nice as this. Like never anything that looked quite as nice as this. So I'm just taking full advantage of the fact that we actually have some stuff to look at this time around. As the shadows have once again intensified very much. Given that the battle music has stopped, I don't know if Trevor is still... Yeah, Trevor is giving up. Okay. Okay, fine, Trevor. I guess that's fine. This is the tunnel with the thing inside it. Oh, look at that. The little radio. Playing the first encounter intro music? Credits music? Pick one. Was this in the credits in the first encounter? Like, I think it was in the second encounter, but I'm not actually sure if it was in the first. Yeah, I'm just trying to get out of bounds at this point, but you know... That's nice. That's a lovely little thing. That's the actual best radio in this whole game so far. Only because it doesn't have the most boring man in the world talking about the most boring things in the world. You know, it's... Finally use a radio to play some music. Let's just destroy it though. It's been good. But, you know, it's nice. It puts some effort into that one and I appreciate it. That's a clear skeleton. Okay. They didn't appreciate me destroying that radio, I guess. That might actually just be the sort of generic you are far away from the place where you need to be spawns, huh? Because it dropped a parachute as well, and so far I've only seen that in the strange world. I am a little bit curious if I can just ignore these enemies and get to the other side of that tunnel though, because I mean the tunnel might be broken, but that doesn't mean there's no other routes available to get to the other side of this mountain, right? But you know, there you go. There was something worthwhile to traveling 15,000 kilometers away from my actual destination. Oh, yeah, okay, that's fair enough. I'm surprised this bike is keeping alive as much as it is. I would have expected this thing to, like... I mean, it's going a little bit wacky right now, but... I'm surprised it's not, like, destroyed already. Like, I can very much see this being the kind of thing where the game's like, oh, you accidentally hit a hill slightly too hard, and now you're taking physics damage. There goes your whole bike. And it hasn't done that yet, so, you know, fair enough. It's surprisingly difficult to get past this hill, I'm realizing. I get none of it really... they don't want me to see the other side of this tunnel, I'm feeling. That's not going to stop me, obviously, until I get stuck somewhere and an enemy just kills me randomly, but until then, I will keep on trying. Oh, God. Having a bike in a forest got to be the worst thing so far, though. Maybe this is why people don't generally drive bikes full speed in thick forests. Like, I'm starting to understand. Me not having driven a bike in my life, I was always curious, you know, like, why don't they just go through the forest? Their bike is small enough, but now I'm starting to get it. I can do little hops with this thing as well. Like, if this place had like a half pipe, I could just go wild. And I like to treat the world as my half pipe. Because I'm a pure skater boy, but it is half pipe with trees, that makes it a little bit less enticing, you know? I could probably not do an ollie without landing in a tree right now. I'm hearing enemies spawn in. I'm concerned. I'm concerned for my very existence right now. Just ignore it. Just ignore those sounds. Don't worry about it. Just keep looking for a way to get on top of this hill. I have full confidence that there has to be something somewhere. I'm concerned that I have to get off my bike to actually get there. This is not good. You don't want to get stuck on a tree right now. I guess I'm a little far away from the enemies already, but... I mean, if I'm going at the speed I'm going right now... I mean, I don't have a speedometer, I guess, but I'm assuming my speed is about 2 speed. And I need to reach a solid 7 speed right now, because this is... It's all hills. Like, it's actually all hills, though. Did they not consider that they would have wanted a second tunnel in case the first tunnel had an issue with it for some reason? They could have people like go a different direction. Like, this is a very inconvenient road for numerous reasons. Not just the fact that it's seemingly the only way to listen to Serious Sam 1 music, but also the moment anything happens to that tunnel, it's just a big mess. The rest of this place is all hills. And I suppose I haven't finished my search for a second tunnel yet, so maybe I just missed the sign that said tunnel broken, please go in this direction instead. I mean, I guess there was the big blue arrows, but I feel like that's like a Sam vision thing. I don't know if like regular people can see the same thing Sam can see. Like, I assume if when we're playing this in multiplayer and one person presses the where do I go button, only that person is probably going to see the arrows, right? It's not like going to be visible for everyone. I'm just... Oh, this is the worst bike in the world, though. I mean, obviously it worked quite well when we were still on the regular road, but... so far it's not doing me any favors. That's all I'm saying. What we got there? Another one of those. That's fine. Is that fine? That might not be fine for the whole time. That's a kamikaze. I'm actually trying to not hit a tree right now. It's like a whole different way of driving. Another thing that I never fully understood. Like, why don't them like people just drive into a tree? Yes, that's what I wanted. There we go. We found the one area. I mean, there were probably other areas, but this is the first one that I've actually gotten to work for me so far, so I'm gonna say this was the first one. We found an area that has potential to take me to the place where the tunnel traverses towards, but I went for a while. Like, I don't know how long it's gonna take for me to get this bike to the tunnel using this dirt road. It's not really a dirt road, it's just dirt. It's just nature and scenery and such. And I don't really remember where exactly the tunnel was, but I have been going for a bit. And I am very worried that at some point I'm gonna miss like a hill and fall back down, and the moment I do, I'm gonna press that quick load button and try to reach the optional area instead, because I don't think my little heart can take that disappointment right now. So let's just let's not worry about that right now. Let's just take a little make my way to the edge of the cliff over here. That's what we're trying to say. Got there in the end. And I think as long as I can still see cliffs, it probably means I'm in the right place in terms of am I driving towards the tunnel. So that's good. I think it's like specifically this part of the song that makes me think of Serious Sam 2 every time, because I really only remember the first level of Serious Sam 2 quite vividly. Like, every other level of that game is sort of just a blurry void for me, but yeah, it's a hammer guy. That might actually be faster than the bike. That's actually a concern, if it is faster than the bike. Because the moment it is faster than the bike, it means that I'm going to be in trouble. It also means that I can switch ride, so there is that to consider as well. It's a shame I can't really see the road. I might have actually already passed the part with the tunnel. That's like my main concern right now. Because the thing about these cliffs is that they just keep going. And I haven't really been able to see the road because of all the trees, and if I'm just like driving randomly, that would just be ridiculous. That's all I'm saying. Do you think the enemies like stay as well? Because after a while the music stops, so is it like the enemies are just either A, dead, or B, so far out of range that they just gave up and the music stops as well? Or like, what's going on there? I don't know. Either way, I've maybe that's where the tunnel was? I'm just so lost right now. It's very difficult to get my bearings. Like, the only compass I have is that blue marker that tells me where to go. Oh no, this looks right. This looks right. I saw a little bit of road there, so there's a good chance that this is actually the road leading up to the tunnel that I couldn't quite get into. So let's, for a moment, pretend that this is where the tunnel is. Doesn't seem too far out of the ordinary. Then, logically speaking, the other side of this tunnel should be somewhere in this direction. I'm just gonna say that's correct. Let me get to a high place where perhaps I can see the rest of the road, because surely the other side of this tunnel both exists and is fully modeled just like the rest of that road. That's an enemy spawn. That's a bad time for an enemy spawn. I'm not... Alright, sure. I can just drive through Nars, that's fine. I'm on a bike. Everything's good. No worries. No worries at all. Provided that I do not hit a tree, we have zero concerns. Just hear a strange enemy sound behind me the whole time, and that's fine. Oh, it's another brain boy. That's fine. They don't do anything. What a ride, though. What a trip. Never give me the opportunity to leave a place, because the moment I have a chance to explore a world like this, it's time to go. It's time to get going. I don't know where the tunnel is anymore. I've decided I'm just going on my own adventure. I'm just going with the strange but plausible assumption that perhaps there is only one side to that tunnel and not actually another side. And well, that's very much against many things that I feel like. I don't know. I'm stuck in a tree. Classic driver error, one could call this. Doing a wheelie so hard that you get stuck in it and cannot put your wheel back on the floor. That's a common driving mistake. Me knowing everything about bikes and having ridden one for 12 years, one of these statements is true. You'll probably realize very quickly. You probably have realized which one is true and which isn't, but I'm gonna let you live with the fantasy for now that I know what a bike is. Like, what am I even riding right now? Is this a bull? This could be a bull for as far as I know. They look the same to me. Bulls and bikes. They are the same creature. Anyway, I think I can literally do this forever. So I'm not sure how long I will keep this up. But, you know, I like to enjoy myself. I like to just have a good time. Drive along the countryside for a while. Find various forests and things. And all I want is to just find the other side of that tunnel, you know? It's out there somewhere, I'm sure of it. This place got heaps of secrets, probably, so, like, the other secret is probably the other side of that tunnel. Like, I'm surprised that the tunnel wasn't actually a secret area, but on the other hand, it is kind of out of the way. So I guess I sort of understand why it wouldn't be a secret, because it takes a while to get there, and people that want to try and get all the secrets would probably not want to bother with that so much, but, you know, it is pretty secret. There's like a motorbike. There was some parachutes with things. There's a biomechanoid there. That's not good. That's not preferable. Oh no. I think my bike ride is about to come to an end due to the existence of the biomechanoid. Still haven't seen a bull though. A lot of the flame boys, but no bulls. A bull would be very convenient at this point. Oh look, hell. Yeah, that just appears, huh? Sort of just comes into view out of nowhere, and then it's like, there you go. That's yours now. And again, I can see why they did it, because, you know, they're not going to make a plane appear. The whole thing about this game is that the world is coming to an end. And just suddenly having an airdrop come in and be like, here you go, Sam, with 17 different pieces of dialogue from all your favorite characters. That would be a little bit strange. It might be a little bit too much to ask for. But until I'm dead, I will just keep driving once more. I have done the walking part of this run. It didn't go very well. Now I'm doing the driving part of this run, which is going equally terrible, one could call it. I was hoping that maybe I could like use one of my Heelys, but I will not use my Heelys this day. I will die with 200 health in my pocket instead of just stepping off of the car and sticking 4 needles in my eyes to heal back up again, which, that's fair enough, I suppose. That's fair enough. I don't think there's really anything of interest that I can really drive towards, so I'm just gonna have a good time driving towards some more trees, and I'm sure that in a second a huge enemy is going to spawn that will inevitably destroy me. And then I will probably just cut to the part where we will drive into the optional area. As if nothing strange ever happened and I haven't been riding a random bike I found for God knows how long, trying to find a tunnel that probably doesn't exist. That's just the way life goes sometimes. And I appreciate it. Alright, so we got some more Nars. They do seem to get damaged from the fact that I'm riding into them, but not so much destroyed. A lot of Nars, though. A lot of Nars. But I am curious. Oh, wow, that's actually a lot. Like, way more than I thought I was originally. Like, they're throwing fireworks for me. They're having a good time. They know what I'm doing is the right thing. Let's just shoot a couple of them. Can't right-click while I'm on my bike. Can I get that while I'm on my bicycle right now? Maybe not. Hard to tell. Didn't really seem to do much there, but I'm curious. I'm gonna just do a little loop around. Give it a second chance now it's actually on the floor. Yes, I can. Ooh. And I can herd these Nars over here. Maybe I should just do this. Just herd a bunch of Nars and just, maybe just become a Nar farmer. A Narmer? I'm not sure what the... Ah. Alright, I'll see you at the optional area. It is nice to be driving on the road again, though. It is a lot quicker, but... Let's go back to Horrorland instead. I did drive past a couple of enemies that I guess spawned behind me on the way back again. I also drove in the wrong direction the first attempt, so that was pretty good. But let's see what's in this optional area instead. Perhaps over here we can find treasures galore, great things, wonders of the world. Maybe a second tunnel. It's hard to tell. Maybe just a whole gaggle of enemies instead. I'm gonna leave my bike over here, I think. That's the wrong button. Okay. That's a gaggle right there. When do you think they'll notice me? Oh, they decided they noticed me. Alright, fair enough. No fun allowed. Just a whole bunch of exploding heads instead. Let's just get my knife out and nail this boy. There we go. That's it. That's the end of that one. I think the rest of this seems to be in walking distance. I could just drive my bike there, though. That's definitely an option, I feel, but not entirely necessary. We got a good view of the area. There's a couple enemies over there. Let's just see if we can kill them from a distance instead. We're basically snipers with our dual-wielding sniper rifles in our hands. There's quite a lot of enemies. Oh, that's a helicopter, isn't it? Yeah, that's definitely a helicopter. That's a bit of an issue, I suppose, with the weapons we currently have, but... I mean, one has a pistol, one from a helicopter. Like, I think they win every time. I also still have my assault rifle, I guess, but this'll work. Provided that the other enemies just decide not to go towards me. That's just very nice of them, actually. That means I can just keep doing this. Just shoot them with 2 pistols for the rest of my life. There we go. You think you can beat me? Watch it land on top of me. Okay, that's probably not gonna land on top of me, huh? There's a big old purple thing over there that I'm curious about, but we'll get to that. Let's go get some health back. I mean... I should... Okay, that was a pretty good way to try and melee some enemies, and instead... change my mind about 15 times in the process and get stabbed by one instead. It was a pretty great day. Don't even try. That's what I thought. Making those sounds at me like I'm an enemy. While you're the enemy instead. You should be shooting each other. From my point of view. Should probably be at least a little bit careful. Oh, right. Maybe I could melee a couple of them every now and then, but... I don't know. Shooting's fun. Shooting people in the head, it makes the little thing appear, and that makes me feel happy that I aimed right. So you got that going for you. Doesn't appear often, but every now and then it does, and it makes me feel glad that I tried. I have 27 health right now. I need to be at least a little careful, though. And I'm just not. I'm just having a good time shooting. Who's actually still shooting me, though? Oh, is it you? Yeah, it would be you, huh? I hope no one saw me quick save in the middle of that fight just now. My gamer score will be out of the window immediately. Oh, wow. I had a difficult time actually meleeing him, and then I didn't have a knife in my hand, so it didn't make me heal myself. Like that. It's only 2 health, but still it counts. Still hearing some enemies shoot me though, and I'm honestly not sure where. It's also nice that it actually shows where the bike is, because I can see myself just forgetting about it entirely. Even though I did just ride it for a long time. I actually don't know how long. Time flies when you're having fun, you know? Yeah. Give me some of these. Oh boy, oh! You ever press Betty buttons? I sure did just now. Now would be a good time for the reload while running perk. I'm realizing. Oh, that's a lot of dudes. Let me just throw one of these in there. There was a whole box of these things. I have 11 health. Perfect time to quick save. Yeah, there we go. I can just get these back in a second, so that's lovely. That's more than is required for one enemy. But it worked out. Oh, what a lovely time we're having here. Ooh, shotgun shells. That implies the existence of a shotgun on this map, perhaps. Or at least I'll be ready for the next map when I get my inevitable shotgun, maybe. I, for one, cannot wait. This is very pink graffiti. Catches the eye. Who do you think placed all the posters before everything went to hell? Because there's a lot of the same posters of people. That's nice. A lot of posters hanging around, and I guess they could have just dropped them because we do have an airplane. That much has been established, and then people could have been like, "Yeah, they're gonna save us. I'm sure of it." Hanging up some posters. Who got duct tape? And then before you know it, the whole planet's filled with posters, and then they'll be scared. I don't know if Mental can read. He does seem like the kind of enemy that would have the capability of reading. Like, I'm not saying he's not intelligent. His strategy of let's just throw a billion creatures at the Earth seems to be working out.
Though the battle was fierce, we persevered and were victorious. I'm told we shall be meeting Michelle, the leader of the local resistance, next week. I look forward to it. But first, Grandmama's famous mushroom surprise.
Ooh. I do love a famous mushroom surprise. That's always a good one. I want to get on this building. I saw a big pink thing on top of one of these. That, probably. I saw that. And I want it. And I'm concerned that I have to jump from this thing to that thing. But I'm having difficulty getting on top of the thing. But I got on top of the thing, and now I can see that this is kind of far away. This doesn't really work that well. So that was it. That was the end of that struggle. I mean, I could use my fast powder to try and get on top of it that way, but maybe I can just like box my way up there. Maybe this isn't even the right thing. Maybe I can get on top of this some other way. Maybe I could just lower it by shooting it. I don't know. Maybe I can just teleport on top of it. So far, that seems the most likely of the options I've mentioned so far. Or maybe I can get on... it was on top of this thing, right? Yeah. Huh. Yeah, actually, no idea. We'll get to that. I'm sure. Ooh. Shotgun. But I also got grenade on shotgun shells, so I'm guessing there's probably going to be like a proper one as well, right? Dual wielding shotguns is just a dream, though. Like, that's just lovely. A lot of these little things have been having secrets. I need to be paying more attention to those things as well, I think. So there's... Hang on. I'm losing my mind over here. I keep seeing things, and then I walk back to it, and I feel like it's not there anymore. And we have had secrets like that before, but... It's just like, it's not quite on the building I'm looking at. It's all on that box every single time. It's just like a perspective thing, and it's messing me up. It's messing me up is what it is. Nothing in there. But I want to get on top of that box to try and get whatever that thing is. I've forgotten what it is, if I'm being truthful. And I am. But it's probably a good thing, right? It's big and purple and probably gonna kill a bunch of things, and that's lovely. This is the worst. Let's just hope that this is not the route to get on top, like not the only one, because that's a pain in the butt is what that is. It seems more likely already. I mean, this will get me on top of that building, but does that do things for me? I mean, I can't really tell what's on top of this building until I'm actually there, I suppose. And there has been things like on the very tippy top of the thing, and that makes it a little bit difficult to guess whether or not this is even worthwhile, but I gots to know. Alright, let me just fast forward to the part where this actually works, though. You know what? I'm willing to accept this is not the way. This is too much hassle. It is too frustrating to actually try and get on top of that thing. So let's instead, just one more time, see if there's anything viable looking over here. It looks like I can actually like get on top of this, because this seems there's a thing on top of it and I want it. And that's it. That's the whole story. But still, so far this seems like the most likely building to get like on top of and then jump from there to something else to eventually reach the place I want to be at. But for one, it's surprisingly difficult to actually get on top of this thing. Usually that already means you're not supposed to be doing this. And for two, this building doesn't seem high enough, but maybe I can do something from that wall or something, I don't know. I have a save file where I'm on top of this building. Let me just use it real quick. Nice thing about quick saving all the time is that occasionally you can just load one again. Also, I don't have my shotgun anymore, so I guess that's the thing I need to remember, but that's fine. Like, does this seem viable? This doesn't look right. At the same time, it kind of does. Yeah, alright. A psychotropic grenade. Is that the green one? I do have 3 of those now. Oh, yeah, I guess it is. Alright, cool. I should... Hang on. What does this actually do, though? Blah, blah, blah. Hostiles against the... Oh, that's what happened the previous time. Alright, fair enough. Alright, cool. We got that. We've given up on that building. It's probably possible to get on top of it. There's probably great treasures there. Probably greater treasures than my tiny mind can even imagine, but it's fine. It's fine. I don't care. Whatever. It's all good. I'm not mad. I'm not disappointed in my abilities to jump on top of stuff. Not at all. What are you talking about? You're being ridiculous. Stop talking about this. Okay, fair enough. There's so much stuff to look at, though. All of these are potential for great treasures and such. And the and such, specifically, is the things I want. Because who knows? Like, this place just goes on. Oh, Biomechanoid. 2 of them. Can I get one of you to just go to me? That'd be nice. Like, even in this kind of enclosed optional area, I'm scared that I'm gonna go so far out the way that I accidentally, like, leave the place and cause a whole bunch of nasty stuff to spawn by accident. Kind of want to not have that happen as much as possible. Alright, can you, like, chill for a second? Yeah, there we go. Alright. We got ourselves a friend. We got ourselves a cool laser gun that is probably going to help us. Yeah, this thing deals so much damage. It's a little bit unwieldy, given that I have to ride a robot. Doesn't seem to have a run button of any kind, so that's kind of unfortunate. Plus, I can't actually shoot in that direction while I'm walking backwards, so that's also a little bit of an issue. But if I'm walking left and right, I can destroy things, and that's working pretty well. Just need to remember that I can't walk backwards and also shoot in the direction that I'm aiming, because then I'll just shoot to the left. So, you know, fair enough. That's how life works sometimes. Can't win them all. Now, I'm curious, though. I guess from this angle, I can quite easily see if there's anything on top of these places. I would expect. Also, I can grab health from this, so that's also good. Alright, let me just surf my way. Okay, this might have been a mistake. Yeah, this is the exact kind of nonsense that I was worried about the moment I was basically in the Pope-mobile in the previous level. I was just gonna get myself stuck in... Okay, well, bye. Good luck with your life. Maybe the enemy itself can get out? Hey. Oh, it... Oh. Okay. It's gone. Fair enough. Watch me make that enemy disappear, I guess. Fair enough. You know what? Sometimes that's what life's all about. Alright, we got 3 rage serums. Alright, cool. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good. I'm pretty happy about that. What is that noise, though? Don't like that too much. Let me just use my gun on this small hallway instead. Let me just use 2 of them. You know what? Let's just destroy these enemies. We're not doing this enough, I feel. Especially this. Not doing this enough. Just getting 2 guns out and just shooting stuff like you don't even care about ammo. You know what would be really useful right now? Like a blue biomechanoid that's not stuck in a building and disappears. Oh, hey. I don't know when you got there, but fair enough. Nice flank, though. That was pretty good. It was a good attempt, for sure. If I wasn't walking all over the place, it would have worked as well, so, you know, fair enough. Good attempt. You get points for that. You get points for that. Alright, what we got left is probably a couple to the right of this building. I think I saw a couple trying to walk around, but it might just be them doing pretenses. Because I'm guessing maybe they're not that smart. I think I might be overestimating their intelligence a little bit there, but you know, it would be nice. That's a green ball. That's not something I was quite looking forward to. Okay, how do I deal with this? I'm losing health on the very quick. Ooh. Okay. Let's just eat one of these. And then try and figure out where these green balls are coming from. Because I don't think he can see me. Unless I'm like in front of this place. But that leaves like a whole forest area there, so that's not great. Alright, that's one. Just got a quick save like a loser. Like a fool. Ah, God. Ah, jeez. They're surprisingly good at getting around walls as well. Like, that's not great. Let me just get rid of these. These are actually really frustrating enemies. I'm gonna use another one. I think I'm about to get hit by green balls. Or bugs. Most likely bugs? Yeah, probably you. You are gonna hit me at some point, and that concerns me. Let me just hope I can get away with this. I'm not sure if I can. Ay. That's just... Oh my god, you dealt so much damage to me just now. Guess I'll just use another one. A whole bunch of these things. Probably fine if I just use all of them in this one fight, right? That seems reasonable. It's just those green balls are actually really, really annoying. I don't know where... Is that you? No. For realsies? What do you think you're doing? Yeah, I'm having a difficult time discerning. Is that from like a rooftop? Because those things are pretty high, actually. I should have destroyed all the trees. There is an enemy over there. Oh my god, please, though. Whoever invented trees in video games was a fool. Just a darn fool is who that person was, and a scoundrel. No idea what kind of danger they were putting the world in. There we go. Wow, what a jerk. I should have just destroyed all these trees. That would have made my life so much easier. Or maybe just at least the one tree that was blocking everything. That would have been good. I didn't really check that area out, I feel. I mean, I did quite a lot, I guess, but not as much as I could have. And there's like a whole place behind there, and I'm not sure if there's anything left there. But I'm curious about it. Because I think there could be something on top of these buildings for sure, right? It's difficult to get on top of, though. Maybe from here? Eh. It's so tricky! Also, there's health over there, and I kind of want to get the health at least. But this should be enough, yeah. Like places like this, they can easily put like a little health power up or something on top of it. Give me some of those lives back that I just used. At least give me a cool view of the walls. That's nice. I love me some walls every now and then after all. There's ammo over there, so that's good. I guess I could have just used this to get on top of stuff as well, seeing as I'm now on that height. But I was short-sighted, and I didn't decide to look all the way around. I could get stuck here, huh? Like, almost certain. I'm quick saving here. I'm scared. Almost certainly I can just fall in that fenced area and probably be stuck there forever, so maybe not do that. But it could be fun. Humanity will return to the stars. Sure. I mean, alright. Let me just do a quick little peek over here to see if there's anything cool before I go back. This is just a big forest, though. Like, anytime there's a big forest, I'm concerned of the enemies. Because, you know, there's definitely, like, potential. Because this is such a optional area. So, you know, fair enough that they put a forest there, but what if, you know, what if they were like, let's be nice. Let's have a reason to explore the outside area of this optional area, surrounded by cliffs. So if they want to get on top of the cliff, fair enough, that's their choice. But if they don't get on top of the cliff, they'll get their secret area with, like, golden doubloons. That'd be sweet. That'd be so cool. I'm not gonna get any doubloons, am I? How many secrets are in this level? Hang on. 10. Oh, that's actually a lot less than I expected. Also, I like that my in-game time is 22 minutes and my recording time is 1 hour and 7 minutes. And, you know, those two correlate with each other very well. They are a very good indication of how long I've been playing this level so far and the progress I've made. I have not once gone in the direction of the primary objective, except for go to bike. That's the one part where I've actually done the main objective. And that's fine. That's how I go through life. I like to make sure that I've seen the sights before I go on my merry way. And I don't need to see, like, every detail of the sights, but I do like at least having seen the sights, you know? I feel like I've had a conversation about this before with someone who, when we were, I don't know, we were walking through some touristy town, we were like, it's fun to do this for one day, but I feel like I'm not getting the full experience by just going to all the places at once rather than staying in one place for a long period of time. Shoot. That's probably just like you went too far away, right? But yeah, I thought that was an interesting point. Like, I guess on the one hand, I can see why you'd think that way. That by only, like, going everywhere but not really fully immersing yourself into it, you can feel how you, like, kind of miss out on the whole thing because you're not really getting all the possible details of every single area. You're just glancing on what is available, but at the same time, I don't know, I like it. I like just seeing stuff. I never really get too bogged down on the detail. I just like that it's there and I like to pay attention to it. There is no way this is an out of bounds encounter. This is way too many kamikazes for that to be the case. And I'm a little bit scared. I'm kind of tempted to just drive off. But I'm certain that, I mean, they have to be running out by now, right? Yeah. I will go back for that health. I don't care. You can't stop me. It's right there, and it was a bunch, and I'm missing 13 health. So you can probably understand why I'm scared. I hope. I'm not sure why the battle music's still playing, though. Oh, that's why. There was an enemy stuck on a wall. And there's no, maybe that was it. That was probably it, yeah. Yeah, there was actually a lot of machine gun ammo here as well, and I kind of wanted that, but the 13 health, that's the main thing that I was missing from my life. Happy I went back for that. Anyway, that was a fun little optional area. Bunch of stuff, bunch of things. Got to ride a biomechanoid, didn't die, surprisingly enough.
It would seem that another major attack upon our position is imminent. Our chances appear to be slim, but we shall not give up hope. I have promised our French allies that, should we survive, I shall prepare Grandmama's famous mushroom surprise, which will undoubtedly boost company morale.
I did not yet notice that message that promised. the mushroom surprised. So I'm happy that on the way back I realized it was there. Also, I think I missed an armor power-up inside that little building, and I've decided to live with it and move on and hope that it's not too important. Instead, I will once again enjoy my life on this little motorbike. And we are finally going in the direction of the main objective for the first time. I recall that thing saying 8 kilometers at one point. Now it's saying 4. I don't know who to believe. But I'm guessing this is not the main objective. I'm guessing this is like a halfway point. Because otherwise, I might as well just walk there, right? There's no reason for me to try and use this motorbike if it's just gonna get me halfway and then walk anyway. I probably could have just taken the mountain path where all the enemies were. But at least it was only a couple enemies and infinitely spawning health, so I could just live there with all the enemies. I did try to be a Gnar farmer. Hey, it's the start of the level again. It's been a while. Yeah, I did try to be a Gnar farmer, but it just didn't really work out. On account that they all killed me. I mean, I'm guessing that if I were to try to be a Gnar farmer in real life, provided the existence of a Gnar, I would probably end up being dead to all the Gnars in there. But I'd like to believe that in a video game setting, I'd be able to at least kind of herd together a bunch of Gnars. So, you know, I don't know what Sam just said, but there's a building here, so let's just see if that bow actually comes back. It does. Wow. Very effective. Wow. That wasn't subtitled for some reason. Fair enough. Realizing that I'm entirely dependent on subtitles to actually hear any of the dialogue in this game. But he was probably talking about cows at some point during that experience. There's a radio in here somewhere. There's also a door. A rooftop that I can climb. Using my powers of getting on top of stuff. Come on. Come on. All I ask of you is that you let me jump on top of this thing without falling off immediately. It got me nowhere. I'm not even sure why.
This is Radio Free Earth with more news from Rome. Apparently yesterday there was an explosion inside the Vatican Library. So we have Raider fleet, volcano eruption, giant blob monster, and then the Vatican explodes. I don't know about you folks, but I think there's something really funky going on.
I think this house is not real. I think that's the main funky thing, that this house is not a real house. Can't have a house and then suddenly be like, yeah, closet doesn't exist. That's preposterous. If there's an achievement for destroying every single radio in this game, then I will go for it. I am doing my best to reach it. This is a really weird building. This doesn't seem right. I'm gonna leave this place. This is really strange to me and I don't like it. What is that? Oh god.
I like my guns like I like my enemies. Full of shotgun shells.
All the one-liners are just not subtitled. Like, this is not happening, I guess. Do I even want to deal with you guys? I mean, I have no real incentive to even shoot you. I could just leave on my bike. And I don't think any of you can actually catch up to me, so... Okay, this is kind of a dangerous one, but if it works out, it works out. I don't know how much damage I took there, but I got me a friend. That's really all that matters. I can probably kill a couple dudes with this thing. Oh, jeez. I'm turning around is just... This thing's turning circle is such a problem. Oh, this one can actually shoot forward while walking backwards, though. So that's nice. That's not... On the earlier models, that was a bit of an issue, but they fixed it with the red version, so that's good. What else do we got? Can I just blow you up by standing next to a building and just blowing up the building itself? Don't think so. I do a lot of yelling, but nothing of real purpose, unfortunately. I wonder how much damage I took there, because I did sort of take a rocket more or less to the face, and that's probably not great. Anyway, I kind of want to... I don't think there's really anything else up here. But as far as I can tell, I kind of just want to get on my bike and keep on going again. I don't immediately see anything else. There might be something in the well. But I'm scared to get off this thing. Unless I can get it stuck somewhere. And then, hopefully just have it disappear again. Because that worked out pretty well last time. I guess my health wasn't that great. Yeah, my health is 10. Alright, that's probably not great. So I'm guessing he just meleeed me to death instantly there? Like, I don't know what else happened there, but I was dead. I was suddenly dead, and I didn't like it. My health being 10 is a bit of an issue, though. I'm not sure if I'm... Do I want to continue with that, or should I just load a quick load a little bit earlier? I don't know. It's hard to tell. Choices are difficult. I think I did destroy the top of this thing, right? Thought I did. I guess I didn't really get a close look because of my instant death situation that I had going on there, but... Yeah. 10 is probably fine. I'll just put that up to 60 and call it a day. Easy enough. Quick save with 60, move on with my life. Pretend that this is what we wanted to do this whole time. Nice little building, though. Appreciate it for what it is.
If any of y'all French people can hear this, me and my gal Aubrey are stuck in this here bell tower, which you might find funny seeing as my name is Annabelle. Frankly, we're in a bit of a pickle, or whatever it's called around here. A bit of a souffle, maybe. And we sure could use a hand. Preferably one with a gun in it.
I don't know if this is the direction where the bell tower is, but it's a road. And where there's a road, there's probably something of interest, right? That seems accurate. There is not actually a optional area marker currently. So I'm just gonna drive around on the road, I think. I mean, I got nothing else going on. Got no reason not to just follow this road and see wherever it leads, because it's actually a road for once, and that's kind of nice. Makes me feel like I'm going in a direction, rather than just random driving, and I appreciate that for what it is. Big old, sort of semi-farm area. This might actually just lead to the main road again, though. Don't like that. Don't like things that lead to main areas. It's not where I want to be. Because the game is very much implying that I should be going there, and... What's the point of this whole place if there's nothing here? Another tunnel. Do you think that's the other side of the tunnel? That seems geographically impossible. Never mind. I've decided that's probably not going to be the case. Is that the bell tower? Hang on. Let me just take this shortcut. I'm not sure if this is where I came from, or if that's a different place. I think that's where I came from, actually. Is it? No, it's not. Alright, cool.
Hey there. Oh, you here to help?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's mighty nice. Ain't it nice, Aubrey? Oh, he sure is.
So what do you think Aubrey is? My guess is a gun, but it could go anywhere at this point. There's a lot of potential for whom Aubrey is at this present time. And I'm curious to speculate until we reach the point of revelation. That's so many dudes. You could God. Ugh. That's so many dudes. How many of y'all are gonna run at me the moment I start shooting people? Some of them. Not a lot. Should I heal up on these enemies? I probably should, right? That's like a big old red shooty laser.
Hear that, Aubrey? He's a gentleman.
Aubrey's dealing with this no problem. It is still very funny that her name is Annabelle, though.
Thanks. I get a lot of practice.
Oh, careful now.
If you keep going like this, you'll put me out of work.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't that be
Honey,
nice?
could you have another clip? Thanks.
Alright, so Aubrey is capable of holding a clip, as is implied, but it means nothing. Can you just chill for a second? Stupid vampires. Always up in my nonsense. Long-range melee can't stop me from killing you. Wait, that's wrong. Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna shoot some shotgun shells at these enemies. Occasionally get 5 health back on these vampires. We're just gonna have a lovely time here. Don't think I should melee those enemies ever, right? That seems unwise. Oh, alright. It's actually Snipey Lady still helping me. That's good. If you can just keep that up, that would be very lovely. So that means I can just mosey around. Alright, so I don't think Aubrey's a gun. I don't think Aubrey's a person. Because that would be too easy. So it's either like a skeleton, probably. Or maybe like a Gnar. That would be fun, I think. What? How dare you put me back on the original health I was at when I started this whole fight. After healing up so much on these vampires. Oh, that's actually quite nice. Give me all that stuff. Oh, can you please? Oh, well, or that works, yeah. Annabelle, get off that Annabelle tower.
Thanks for your help, friend. Sure was lucky that you came along.
You're welcome, ma'am. So, what are 2 all-American girls doing shooting aliens in the French countryside?
Well, Aubrey's from around these parts, actually. After Lexington, she said, let's go somewhere nice, drink some wine, shoot some aliens, have some quiche.
Who can say no to that?
Right? Anyhow, I gotta get Aubrey back to the hideout. Hey, you want her rifle? Her arm's all shot up. Won't be using it for a while.
Sure, ma'am. That sounds great. And good luck.
Same to you, sweetheart.
It was actually a person. Genuinely surprised. I don't know. Something about this place that looks suspiciously like the cathedral from the second encounter made me think there's something wacky going on, but it's actually just a regular person. Fair enough. To be this surprised by Serious Sam at this point. The twists and turns it brings. Sure. Apparently there was a Gnar there who died but didn't give me health upon meleeing him, I think. That was unusual. Where'd that Gnar even come from? Was it because I shot the statue? Oh no, that's a whole bunch of Gnar coming in my direction. Look at how many that is. Let's just shoot a whole bunch of grenades on shotgun in that direction. I feel like that's probably not going to be a terrible idea. I'm stuck on a thing! Oh god. Yeah, wow, really? I just got very stuck on a wall, and that just killed me very good. I'm still a little, like, I did this, and suddenly there was a Gnar, and then suddenly the Gnar disappeared. And that caught me off guard a little bit as well. Kinda want to climb this building. It seems like you could probably climb this building, right? Is it already starting again? I just want to climb a cathedral. Why do you gotta make things so difficult? Let me just shoot a whole bunch of grenades. Once again, and this time not get stuck on a building, preferably. Don't really have many long-range weapons, huh? I mean, I got the sniper rifle just now, I guess, but still, like, aching for a rocket launcher. It's nice that this thing still had, like, the grenade on shotgun thing, though. I can see how not every shotgun has that now, apparently. It's nice to get one of the good ones. Give me some health, please. Thank you very much. The grenade on shotgun. It's one I don't really use that frequently. I guess because usually I have a rocket launcher, but you know, it's nice to actually be throwing those things around every now and then again. It's lovely. It's lovely is what it is. They explode quite well. Do you think there's anything on the other side of those electricity masked things? Maybe. There's a horse coming my way and it's trying to kill me. But instead it just attacked the tree. You did your best, little guy. Once again, you just disappeared and didn't give me health because the melee thing bugged out or something. I actually don't know what's happening there, but it's not doing its job of healing me. And I don't like it. I wish for health, and all you give me is disappointment. And I don't care for it. But fair enough. I don't know if I can climb this. Because this I can probably get on top of, and I might be able to get on like the slippery slope rooftop thing over here. And then maybe I'll be on that floor. But then, where do you go from there, you know? I don't think I can go much further up from that point. So perhaps this will just have to be left alone in terms of climbing. Because it doesn't look like there's a reason to do it. Or really an end goal that I could reach at all. Actually, one thing I am a little curious about, one thing that I haven't been trying enough, I'm realizing, is the bike. Bikes go. And if you go, then occasionally you can go real good. And usually when you go real good, you get on top of stuff like that. If I can just do something like that in this place, it's gonna be a little bit tricky to get my bike in there to begin with. But what if? What if, though? If need be, I can at least use it as like a pedestal to jump off of. That'd be nice. It doesn't look like I can really... Like, just running into things just makes the bike stop. Most of the time, at least. Sometimes it goes. Sometimes you relive your Austin Power memories, but... I'm curious if there's something I could use as like a jumpy thing. Like that thing right there. This has potential to be used for nonsense. Because if I just build up some speed... Nah, it doesn't really make me go up at all, but I can put the bike like that, and it actually just fell down. I can stand on top of it, though. I don't... No, I can also jump with it. Ooh, it makes the arrow go. That's fun. If I just, like, nudge this a bit, surely I can get my wheel, like, against the wall there. That would just be lovely. It's surprisingly difficult. Maybe if I go backwards. No one ever tests for going backwards. Because the moment I drive backwards, my wheel just keeps going as well. And I don't think that's immediately the case. Yeah, with forward that doesn't happen. So backwards is already has an extra little bit of potential for nonsense. I don't know. I don't feel like this is really working out as well as I wanted to. I would just destroy that one small bench and leave this place. It's been good. It's been good. I think this road leads anywhere, because I did go on a road and that didn't really go anywhere. I feel like... did I check that building? There's so much stuff to look at and I get so distracted. But this is really just a very, very tiny shed in the middle of nowhere, so I'm just gonna leave it all alone. Just gonna leave it all alone, like it's nothing. Yep, just gonna leave it all alone. Oh no. Oh boy. Now I've made the screaming men appear. At least I still got my pistol. Like, this is a big place with all sorts of tiny buildings all over the place and small walls that I can't quite see through the cornfields. And every single one of these buildings has the potential for greatness. Or just a small building. Both of them pretty fun. Like, look at this. You would have missed this building that I can't stand on top of, I guess. Like, they really went all out, I feel, on this area. Comparatively to some of the other open areas that I guess we weren't actually supposed to reach either, but, you know, it's still, they did a pretty good job on this. Making this area just as cool as possible, and I think that's really neat. Even the areas where there's effectively nothing the whole time, it still looks like there's like a whole area you can explore. So that's just cool. It's just really neat. It's just really neat is what it is, and I appreciate it. But let's for once in our lives.
Tunnel's closed. Guess I'll have to take a detour.
Yeah? Yeah, let's take a detour. I've seen this tunnel before. I know I can get through it. I can see the screen that says like change your keyboard language, and I'm trying to get rid of it because I was pressing shift and control at the same time, and that's always a recipe for disaster. My keyboard layout is just going to be like French or something, which I guess is suitable for this place. But mostly I just want to get inside the other side here. But maybe it only works when there's just not that much... Sure. When there's not as much stuff, like, right behind it. And I guess right now there's just a big old wall, so it's not trying to actively push me to the other side this time. Anyway, I guess it sounds close. I am curious about water combined with bikes. I mean, I guess I'm not overly surprised about it. Just a little bit disappointed. I mean, what are you gonna do? Occasionally you get to see what happens when your bike go in the Wawa, and now we know. It's exactly what probably would happen if you put a bike in the water. It stops. It stops going, which, fair enough. I'll allow that this time around. There's so much potential for secret areas in this place. Like, how are you even trying to...
I'll have to ditch the bike.
Are you serious?
Bye, baby.
Oh, are you actually serious, though? Oh, no. Yeah, I will not stand for that. Who puts this spike strip here? There's no reason. I'm gonna check out this cornfield real quick before I load a quick save, and I'm gonna actually try a couple things, because there is no way you can stop me from at least trying to have the bike be there. This is just a really big cornfield. There's no way to tell if there's anything in there. Like, maybe I can go all the way around this place with the bike. That actually doesn't seem too impossible. Alright. Okay, so they're trying to stop me.
I'll have to ditch the bike. Bye, baby. I'll miss you.
Let me just real quick check this water out. I've missed water-based secrets before. I press C to crouch. C doesn't crouch. C make arrow.
I smell trouble.
Yeah, I also smell trouble. But more importantly, I smell a way to get my bike on the other side. I mean, I just spawned a bunch of enemies. Maybe I can make those enemies disappear by just leaving, because I got places to be. And these places are not anywhere near that places where I'm going. There's no way they didn't anticipate someone doing this, though. Like, this is like the easiest thing to think of when trying to get your bike somewhere, you know? And it's a good chance that I'm just gonna get it to go into the water and get stuck on it, but with the very small chance that this works out, just gonna make an attempt. There is a little building in there, so they probably did anticipate that people would be going here regardless. And I will go to that building in just a second. It's very difficult to drive your bike in this place for some reason, probably because of all the mud and stuff. I will go there in a second. Let me just check out this building, because this is just very intriguing. You can't just put a small building in the middle of a small island, in the middle of a big old lake, and be like, yeah, there's nothing here. If they actually did put nothing here, I'm actually very disappointed, because what up? Like, surely there's gotta be something. And yet, I mean, I obviously didn't do a very good check on that whole area, but nothing immediately pops out. That's all I'm saying. There's a biomechanoid in the water there, isn't there? Yeah, he's just trying to get to me right now. Can you just, like, leave me alone? I'm on my own aquatic adventure right now, and I don't need any visitors. Biomechanoid can go into the water, though, without any issue. That's good to know. Like, isn't this just strange? Like, surely I'm missing something here. I mean, I could look it up, but at the same time, I'm ready to just leave this place alone without finding its very obvious secret that I missed. Like, look at this. It's a building. All the way over here. On a tiny island. In a big old lake. You give me nothing. And I'm sure that there is probably something there. Because let's be real, this is... look at this. But I'm just gonna accept my fate. Move on. And pretend that there's nothing on this island. Because I didn't find anything. But my god. There is no way there's nothing there. There is no way. There is no way. They do that. That's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous is what it is. Watch there just be a second motorcycle on the other side of this small village. It's actually very easy to get your bike in here. Huh. Alright, cool. There's, yeah, there's just a singular spike strip stopping you from going there, but other than that, it was a pretty easy time. Alright. I can just, like, walk on this bridge real quick just to make sure that I've actually spawned everything there is around this place, because I did take kind of a strange route, after all. Stop that, though. Stop shooting me. Like, I'm allowing you to be. I'm not allowing you to shoot at me at the same time. That's just rude. This building is a bit weird. But that's fine. Some buildings are like that. Some buildings float a little bit. That's just... Some buildings are built that way. The architect will be like, do we really need this building to touch the floor? And the person that's gonna live there is like, I mean, probably not, right? I know nothing about buildings, but I assume it doesn't need to be on the floor all the time. It's a house. Found some health there again. It's nice that I can just use those health things just everywhere, because there's just so many of them. There's just a real big amount of those things all over the place. I mean... it's like the piece of... It's like the bag that says dead dove, and then he looks inside and it's like, I don't know what I expected, but it's more or less... It is what I expected, I guess, but it's... you know... I mean, I quick say before it and everything because I knew, but you know, maybe there was something there. I didn't know, now I do. Now I'm certain that that's not what you do there. Is that a shotgun that I haven't picked up yet, or is that a different weapon? I'm actually not sure. Because I walked here. It's a double-barreled shotgun. I guess you can miss that, technically. Yeah, cool little village. Probably something else in here, but I'm gonna say that about every single area because this place is humongous. So likely at some point I'll accidentally be right, but it's sort of meaningless in the grand scheme of things, I suppose. If I say it about every single area. I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna take my bike that is definitely meant to be here and just leave.
Sam, Kenny, that you?
Oh, Kenny.
Damn radio. Might as well be carrying a can on a piece of string.
That didn't work. This is a really great quick save. I'm very happy about it. Also, the enemies here are actually pretty good at estimating where you're about to go on the bike. I'm starting to think that the bike might not be the most excellent choice here, but what if I drive through corn? They can't see me when I'm in corn, and therefore they won't know where I'm going. I'm a genius. I will say that there's a lot of enemies there. A lot of different types too. Oh boy, I'm dead. Yeah, we're getting off this bike. This bike was cursed. It's just a small problem that there is quite a lot of clear and kamikazes here, and they all want us to die. Many. They want us big dead. And obviously the water is just a fantastic choice. If all else fails, but it just feels like a weenie strategy, you know? Because the moment I get in the water, everyone's like, oh, well, that's it. That's their one weakness. And it's weird that that's the case. I'm gonna shoot some grenades on shotgun in that general direction and just sort of hope that I'm gonna hit stuff. Because I'm scared. But look at this. This shouldn't work as well. This should not be an effective strategy. And yet, tis. Clowns. I don't know why I think those are clowns. Is there a different game with those types of enemies that look like clowns? Because I can't keep confusing these enemies with clowns. Get out of it. I had the melee prompt, but it didn't do it. Also, I once again went inside the enemy, kind of, and then the melee didn't heal me again. That's actually kind of frustrating. Ooh, a lot of enemies are just running into the water and dying. I guess that's why they don't go into the water. It really is their one weakness. Even the Nars are just running into the water and drowning. Like, this is actually a pretty effective way of dealing with all of Mental's forces. Just a small bridge. But do you drown, weird undead fire creature? Oh, you're taking damage. Yeah. Yeah, alright, cool. Oh, look at him go. All in all, yeah, water. Water's pretty great, as it turns out. Easy way to deal with all your problems. You just jump into water. It's like you're fighting a bunch of bees. Which I guess you kind of are. You're more or less just dealing with a bunch of insects that are trying to stab you to death slowly but surely, while occasionally like a giant wasp with 2 rocket launchers comes in. This is getting weird, like a weird metaphor, but I think it's accurate still. Yeah, alright, cool. I'm going to go on my bike and just leave, I think, because I don't know what's still alive, and quite frankly, I'm scared to find out. Oh, a single Gnar. Do you think I can get away with this? This didn't really work out the first time. But maybe this is going to be the one. There's a biomechanoid over there. Like, way in the distance. Alright, this bike is just not doing me any favors right now. Nope. This bike got stuck. Kind of want to get on the red one, but again, every time I try, I get a rocket in the face, and it just doesn't feel very worthwhile. But having a rocket is just really nice. And the fact is that there is just so many forests here that I can't see what I'm fighting. Yeah, that took some damage that I probably didn't need to take. You know what? Zed. Let's just throw one of these somewhere in that general direction and hope. Let's see if this does anything, because they are kind of far away, I suppose. Ooh, maybe I should actually combine that with trying to get on top of the biomechanoid, because if that makes them fight each other, then it should be a lot easier to actually get on top of them, right? Oh, the harpies are fighting each other, and they're fighting like birds. Oh boy. Trying to melee one. It just doesn't give me the melee prompts for those enemies before I actually take damage from them, which is kind of annoying. There's a clear next to me. What a messy situation I've gotten myself into. I kind of don't want to die, but I feel like I will. And one day, I will stop pressing Alt to try and switch between different items that I have. It won't be this lifetime, but surely it will happen someday. Oh, this is the worst. Who put a cornfield in the middle of my battle arena? In the battle arena where I not once accidentally went out of the way at any point in time. I'm running out of ammo for that thing. Come on, grenade on shotgun. Do a wonderful job. Thank you. 9 left. I can probably deal with a couple of biomechanoids, right? Provided that I hit a shot. There we go. It's actually quite effective against the biomechanoids, provided that you're fighting in the biggest arena in the world, also known as the entirety of France. But yeah, all in all, pretty effective. That was very good way to stop the music there. Also, there's a thing on top of that building, and I kind of want it. So, back to this village for the 15th time to get all my ammo back, because I did use quite a lot. Let's just see if we can get somewhere. Because so far, my jumping shenaniganry didn't get me anywhere, but now I know that there's something on that building. That building, okay. So if I can get on top of this wall, I can get on top of this building. If I get on top of that building, I can probably get on top of that wall. If I get... If I get my bike, this should be very easy, right? I'm just get my bike back. Strange that the bike is once again on the list of places I can go, because that thing sort of disappeared the moment that I wasn't supposed to have it anymore. And I'm surprised that the little marker comes back. Which, fair enough, I guess, but just not what I expected. Anyway, I'll get to that direction in a second. I do feel like having a bike in this place is not at all helpful though, but it is nice that you have the option if you're willing to take a small detour. And I am always willing to take a small detour, even if it takes several hours. To me, it's worth the effort to then have a very disappointing time with it. Yeah, I assume if I just sort of put this thing over there, I can probably make this, right? No? Maybe not? No, that doesn't really seem to work very well at all. But maybe I can do something with this thing, though. I mean, there's definitely some parkour possibility here that I could just jump on top of stuff and do it that way, but it feels surprisingly difficult to actually get all the way on top of that building using regular jumps. Because I can get here, but then this jump seems... Okay, that's actually a lot easier than I expected. Fair enough. Okay. I'll see you in a second when I've done this one jump. There we go. That was actually the next try. So I might just be sitting here silently and forget to edit that out. Who knows? It's a surprise to even me, because my editing process does not work. Anyway. I guess I'll once again leave. I'm going to take my bike again. That is now, I guess, permanently just visible to me, which is cool. A little bit stuck there. Not a great parking place for a bike, I'm realizing. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta learn these things through experience. And that's exactly what I did. I have a lot of gadgets. I keep forgetting the word for gadgets, so I keep just calling them items instead. And I'm very sorry about that. I hope you can forgive me one of these days. But until then, I will just drive my bike onwards to the next fight that I will inevitably be like right in the middle of, and then take a lot of damage and once again be disappointed by the bike and the capabilities thereof in this current area. But it was just surprisingly easy to get my bike in there, so you know, you got to try. You got to at least see what the possibilities are with said bike. But like, on the one hand, I wouldn't be surprised if all the secret areas in this level are in the more easy to reach areas than all the way outside a place, because, like, why would you? But they did make it very easy to go all the way out there, you know? That's also just surprisingly easy. Once you sort of get the feel for it, and I say that now, and I will probably immediately fail it the next time. Once you get a good feel for it, I don't know, it kind of works out. Okay, let's actually deal with you real quick, though. I am very concerned about my current situation. Mostly because of those green guys, combined with everything else. But also just in general. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on. Although the green guys aren't really dealing damage to me for some reason. That's a little unusual. I'm surprisingly doing very little damage to the other bulls here, but, you know, that's fair enough. I'm gonna say this is working out reasonably. Less reasonable? I should kill that kamikaze, because those deal so much more damage than I'm used to. God, this is like a much better bike. It actually goes through trees rather than having so much difficulty with it. Should have just been running this, but yeah, I feel actually invulnerable to the green balls on this bull. I don't think that's supposed to be the case. But I'm very much not taking damage from any of those attacks, so you know what, fair enough. I could have probably gotten on top of them, but you know what? It's not always necessary. I am going to take that bike to the edge of this life, world, land, place. Yes. I will get my bike to the end of this level for some reason. Thank you, bull. You were a better bike than this bike has ever been. But unfortunately, it's time for you to go. As I drive towards what is possibly the end of this level. It's like the objective, at least. It's like a little village. I don't think there's anything left over here, but my god. France was lovely. France was just truly lovely. It really was. Explore the farm. There's a person there. It might be the person I saved previously. Annabelle. Perhaps it's someone else. Maybe it's Michel. Someone with an L in their name, at least. Definitely something going on like that. I just don't want to get into a cutscene. That's really the main thing I'm thinking about right now. Although getting into a cutscene with the bull, that could have been funny.
Namaste, mon frère. Have you come to be taken and become one with Mother Nature?
What?
They have come from the stars to put us back in touch with the Earth.
Is there like another set of alien invaders that I'm not aware of?
No, they are not invaders. Look, I will show you.
Oh no.
Come, let us celebrate the dawn of Aquarius. Help us change ourselves so we can change the world. Take us up in your divine chariots and teach us the path of peace.
Yeah, about that. You might want to take cover.
I see nothing wrong here. Toggle view. Oh, there is a first person. I was just pressing the wrong button the whole time.
No, really?
Where's that helicopter? That's... I pressed the wrong button. There's just so many buttons on this game. Oh, I'm taking a lot of damage from these guys suddenly. That's never happened before. They're finally learning. What? Am I fighting different enemies? This doesn't seem like the serious Sam flying enemies I've seen so far in this game. Maybe I'm underestimating them. Like, after all this time, they finally realized, oh, I could just shoot Sam instead. Oh, I think they actually are different ones, yeah. Oh, that sucks. I mean, they're still not very hard, but it means I actually have to, like, try. But provided that I actually shoot the ones that can actually hit me rather than just the weak ones. Because I think there is two types of planes, because a couple of them seem to have some enemies riding on top of them. And those are probably the ones that are actually hitting me, but I'm a little bit concerned about the helicopter still. It's probably fine, right? Like you there. This dude has so much to say. Oh my god. Are there green lasers? That's like regular dudes, right? There's regular dudes as well. You're making me look at a lot of things at the same time. NARS. Alright, yeah, why not? Oh, there it is. That's a lot of fun. Aren't we having fun right now? The moment the helicopter walks in from behind a tree and just hurts me a lot. Oh, this is a mess. Where is the helicopter again? It keeps disappearing. Also, my frame rate is terrible when I look at the helicopter, so that's actually a pretty good strategy. Because I'm gonna have to aim at it. It's a good thing I walked just too far away from this place to have to deal with anything. Except for the NARS that are somehow making their way to me every single day of the week. But yeah, the moment I look there, my frame rate goes to 40. And the moment I stop looking in that direction, it's back to 60. So that's a bit of an issue. Provided that the helicopter is right there, and it does make aiming significantly more difficult. I'm not sure if I'm hitting him. I am. I am. Oh, that was a mess. I don't know what's up with that place. I don't know why the frame rate is so bad there, but fair enough. That's how it is, I guess. We made it through. I used way too many health power-ups there, but I'll probably get a couple new ones somewhere along the line, I suppose. It's probably not too bad, right? Used a lot of ammo, actually. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Oh, I should probably just grab some of this. This is all mine. It's nice that this friendly regular person was just hoarding up a whole bunch of ammo there. That's nice. Okay, I cannot improve the speed upon which I shoot by just zooming in and out. I briefly had a hunch, but it's not the way it is. Alright, back to exploring the farm with my trusty bike. I don't think there's really much left to explore, but the music seems to imply otherwise. Unsure if I'm supposed to do this. There's remains of a helicopter. Is that the last one, do you think? Yeah, okay.
Ah, I can see in your aura that you are a powerful friend of the Earth. Now, mon frère, it is time to seek out their base and bring peace by crushing the oppressor. You must head there, to the south, as the eagle flies. But you cannot go on foot like a hobbit. You will need a mighty steed. Here, take the keys to my combine harvester.
You're a terrible hippie. You know that?
Well, you have to go with the flow, mon frère. Can you dig it?
Like a grave. Oh wow, that came out really sinister. Anyway, bye hippie dude.
Happy trails, mon frère.
Every time the camera pointed back at Filbert, the entire landscape behind him was popping in again. But you know what? That's how life is sometimes. Sometimes people have that effect on you, that the whole world seems to just change in appearance every time you look at someone. You know, that's called love, I think. I think Sam... Oh, bye, Filbert. I think Sam's in love with Filbert. I think that's more or less... Yeah, I think that's accurate. I don't think there's any part of that seems inaccurate, so, you know, I believe it. So, most likely there's something on top of one of these buildings at least, right? Because so far every single one of the secrets in this place has been on top of a building. So why would you change that theming of yeah, there it is. Yeah, there it is. I got some life back. Very nice. Oh, Filbert actually climbed all the way up top. Alright, fair enough.
Let's see what this thing can do.
Yep, that's not subtitled either, but let's see what this thing can do. I'll get to that in a second, though. I still got some jumping to do. None of these ladders work. I've climbed a ladder before. I know functioning ladders exist in this world. But not in that place. I will use it in a second. I just have to know how the bike and the thing interact with one another, because this seems like a recipe for disaster. Whoa. Alright, let me just put you over there. And then see if I can drive forward while the bike is standing in front of it. That's just really my main curiosity. Yeah, I'm taking the bike with me. Oh, there it goes. I like the music here. That's nice. This is gonna be like the gnome from Half-Life 2. You just gotta jab it in front of the thing. And there you go. Yeah, that's a good sound. That's a sound you want to be hearing for a long period of time. I know it is for me. Because I'm taking this bike with me. I don't care what anyone says. This bike is my friend. It's taking me through thick and thin. To all sorts of places. And it sort of works with the music as well. I'm fairly sure this would work in a regular combine harvester, yeah.
I always wanted to drive one of these over a bunch of aliens.
Oh. Oh, I see. I think I still have the bike with me, so that's good. I don't know why I'm using the shotgun for this. No, I think I lost the bike. You know what? It's been good. It's been good. I don't need the bike. I've changed my ways. Oh god. Really, this would be a lot easier with the pistol. Yeah, there we go. I'm just gonna let this place be. I think I see a red biomechanoid over there, so I actually need to be a little bit careful. I also don't really know where to go. Oh, there we go. Took me a second before I could see the landmark thing again. Why do you keep letting go of the gun? I got shoots to do. Oh, that's probably not good. Oh boy. Going surprisingly well, all things considered. But then there's this thing, and that concerns me a little. Yeah, that'll get rid of your health. 2 health remaining on this thing. That's probably fine, right? Yeah, okay. Cheer. Oh, it actually destroys you when it dies, and then all the enemies start T-posing next to my body as an act of... Hate it when enemies kill you and then just rapidly start T-posing all around your body. That's the worst. Okay, I'm going with the new strategy of not having the bike in my way. Because I'm getting some interesting experiences with this ridiculous thing. Sometimes new parts of a video game are a little bit difficult to make. And you get an area like this where loading a quick save during a sequence such as this just doesn't really work. And in this case it was more like auto saves rather than quick saves, but sometimes I would just get stuck on the bike entirely, which is fair enough. I brought the bike here and it's really my own fault that it's not working out. Sometimes an enemy will just get on top of this vehicle and become invisible if you load a quick save, so you'll just get attacked repeatedly and you won't be able to attack them. Sometimes it auto-saves when you're next to a red biomechanoid shooting 10 rockets in your face. It doesn't really work when that happens, you just die. Because if you die when you're in the vehicle, you explode and the vehicle explodes and everything explodes. So exploding is bad for you. So we're just gonna try and take care of this red biomechanoid as quickly as possible, from as far away as possible. Because this thing's got tracking shots, and those are just very good at destroying me. And I need to not have that happen. Like, literally, I feel safer when I'm standing entirely still and slowly, like, speeding up again. Because at least then some of the rockets aren't hitting me all the time. But so far, this is in the list of... Oh, this is a surprisingly difficult vehicle section. And every time I see that red scratch in front of my vision, I'm a little concerned that an enemy has just become invisible again. And I will probably have to leave this Combine Harvester soon, because this thing's health is lowering pretty quickly. But I don't know what the best time is, and I don't know how I'm exactly going to survive this the moment I do get out, because there is a lot of stuff in this place. But then you got stuff like this happening, where it just isn't really killing the enemies so much as just moving them a bit. Let me just put that down. There we go. Problem solved. Who needs a Combine Harvester where you could just put all the enemies in there? I'm just gonna quick save and see if I can get this thing all the way to the end. Nope. Like, the actual moment I got into the thing, instantly died. Like, is there even an enemy here? Oh, this thing's actually at 0 health. I see. So apparently this thing's actually at 0 health. And the moment I get inside, it doesn't even need an enemy to attack it. It just dies in a second because it realizes it's at 0.
Let's check it out.
Like, I think that's kind of incredible, at least. I'll get to that in a second, but that seems like a level exit. There's like a whole thing here. I just don't care, though. But yet... it's just boring propaganda again. I want fun propaganda. A companion drone. What kind of reward is that? I'm curious now. Happy I got that black hole, though. It made that area a lot more doable.
Oh, would you look at that? More drones. Would it be a shame if someone went over there and reprogrammed them?
Oh, I guess I should probably keep him alive then, huh? That makes sense, I suppose. Now, should I just take the path? I feel like I should, because this is a big old hill. Okay, that's lovely. That's a lot of kamikazes. And a bunch of those fiery dudes. Don't care for this. This is actually a little bit tricky, I think. And I hope there's not a whole bunch of enemies waiting behind me there, because there's a good chance there are. There's a very good chance there are. Maybe I should actually just real quick run to this base before going to that area. But I'm worried that that's the exit of the level, you know? But maybe there's like a gun there. If there is a gun there, I could pick it up and shoot the dudes with it. And if I shoot the dudes, they'll be dead. And that would make my life a lot easier. Let me just check. Kind of want to use that combine harvester as well, but the moment I touch it, it explodes. And then I'm dead. And that's not someone I want to have be dead. So I'd rather not. You know? At least there was a bunch of ammo in there. That was actually quite nice, but not yet that way, I suppose. I've been playing this level for 2 hours and 15 minutes. I mean, this is more or less what I expected, given everyone's comments about France specifically, but at the same time, I did not expect it to go this long. It's a big one, but I mean, it is all of France, I suppose, that you're going through. In a second, we're going to see the Eiffel Tower. It's going to be amazing. But until then, I look forward to it. As we go through the countryside, ride bikes, have some cool times, see a singular enemy and not worry about it. Just, there we go. Starting to sound a bit more like a worry. I could probably just keep him alive, huh? Well, more or less alive. Alive until I can melee him. That's more or less the alive that I'm going for right now. There's gonna be a lot of lasers flying towards me in a second, huh? They're not actually shooting me yet. Most of them aren't, at least. There's one to my right. Are you serious? This is such a big area. I suppose you have a lot of room to put enemies inside here, but it's a big one. Yeah, let's just use this path to our advantage. Take it slow. No need to waste ammo. Just gonna take a chill little ride downtown. Maybe ride a blue biomechanoid somewhere along the line. Those are fun. They get some damage done in the end after all. But I might actually just do that at the very end. Shoot a couple grenades in their direction. Shoot one sort of almost through him, it felt like, but probably didn't. Probably just missed. Some of them are going like between the legs. That's a little bit inconvenient. Quick save before trying to get on top of him, because it never really works all that perfectly. Yeah, always gets a melee attack off, and that kind of sucks. But we got our method of transportation. We got our 50 health back that we just lost from the one melee attack that he did. And eventually we'll be able to see that enemy as our biomechanoid friend. There's a helicopter over there. Might actually be good to have a red, like a blue biomechanoid for this. Because helicopters are jerks. They're surprisingly difficult to fight. Like, the moment I look at them, they usually make the frame rate go down. So that's always a spooky one. Although I guess I'm probably more than likely just gonna super die. Alright, you just sort of died, I guess. I do kind of need you to get hit by one of my, like, things, though, one of these days. Is that a scrapjack? Oh god, I can't walk backwards, of course. Yeah, this is just not working. This isn't working at all. It's actually kind of tricky to shoot right with this thing. Okay, well, that was good. I had a good time with that one. Now to just deal with the variety of rockets that I have flying towards me every day of my life. Okay, that didn't work. Oh yeah, I guess I did make a quick... Did I make a quick save here? Maybe it was like an auto-save or something. Either way, this thing doesn't really work for the situation that we're dealing with, I'm realizing. Perhaps if I could ride the scrapjack, maybe that'll do a little bit of a better job. But I'm not sure if I can. But I'm also scared the moment I jump off of this thing, it's just gonna do a melee attack and like hurt me a lot. That's never fun. Well, let's just... Yeah, there we go. Every time. I'm curious if I can ride a scrapjack. That's really my main curiosity right now. There we go. I aim to find out today. If you could just lower yourself a little bit, please. Or just die. I mean, you know what? Both are good. But one was definitely more preferable to the other. Where's the red biomechanoid? I know you'll be appearing here any second now. I have seen you. Oh, you're on top of the hill. How'd you do that? That is actually surprising. I didn't expect him to be on top of the hill. Oh no. Not a fan of these enemy combinations. Because they're hurting me a lot in ways that I don't like. And there's still a blue biomechanoid there as well. That'll probably do it, right? Yeah. Very good. Nice and quiet. Just the way I like it. 26 health. Just the way I like it. I'm actually a little mad about these health power-ups. Because now I'm not at my comfortable 26 health zone. But I'll let it slide this time around. That's where I came from. I genuinely do love the way this place looks, though. I love this countryside aesthetic. It's just lovely. Why, though? I just wanted to ride the blue biomechanoid. Now you put a witch in a forest. That's never fun. Who has ever been happy with a witch in a forest? Several people have shown unhappiness with that situation. I don't care for it. Apparently there's an achievement for killing those with like a C4. Maybe I should try and do that, but... there's just so much stuff at the same time, and the witch keeps going behind me for some reason. Probably because it's very effective. Let's just do this instead. Alright, time to focus on the witch. There we go. Like, if it was just a witch, fair enough. Would just shot her in the face, I'd be done with my business. But then there's like 5 clear skeletons, and you can't just stand still, you know? You can't just sit there and aim without being dead. And then you'll be a skeleton, and they'll be like, ha, did it. Easy. What you looking at there, buddy? Just a whole bunch of trees and stuff. I also thought it was quite fascinating, this place, the way this place looks. So I think you and me are gonna become best friends here, little biomechanoid. Sculpture. Clear skeletons. Trying to turn around. Oh my god, please though. Just look in that direction. Seriously, these are some of the most uncontrollable things in the world. It's like you're not meant to ride them. Well, clearly they've been trained to be controlled by Sam in some way, shape, or form. Well, he did his best. And I appreciate that. I can't melee you when I'm reloading? Oh. I mean, I guess that's fair enough, because I am reloading with my hands, but still, I'm also holding 2 big guns. There is a ship there. Ew. You think I'm going there? Or do you think that's the thing I'm reprogramming? Because I could just walk there. Kind of. I mean, it would be difficult due to all the enemies and things. But I could go back, get my bike, and just walk there. With relative ease? Kind of? Kind of ease. If this reprograms robots in future levels to say my propaganda, I would actually find that funny and good. If it just makes them shoot at people, then I'm like, I don't know about that. That would be like an easy way to do it. I want canonical changes. I want all of Mental's forces to be on my side because a big old robot drone says it. Is a robot drone like two basically the same thing? I'm actually not sure. I suppose in this particular case it probably is because it is like self-control. When is something a robot? I don't know.
Huh. I should get one of these.
Human of Earth, you are filthy and unauthorized. Surrender immediately.
What? Am I under arrest?
Yes, you are.
But officer, you don't even have a gun.
That is irrelevant. You must surrender now, barbaric ape.
Really? Because I was thinking I could reprogram you and then also grab one of those combat drones and use it against Mental.
Well, shit.
Action hero? Definitely. Sex symbol? You betcha. Hacker genius? Why the hell not?
I am a bit of a hacker genius. This makes sense. I'm in. Okay, well, that was good. I guess I have drones now, so that's pretty cool. There's a server there, along with general wall things. Very good, very nice. Hacked drone. There we go. Look at that. I got some hacked drones. How very nice. I think that'll probably be useful during a fight. There is a purple thing on top of that thing. Very good. Excellent jumping. Let's try that again. Nope. This should not be this difficult. It's right here. There we go. Platforming in this game is a little bit hit or miss sometimes, but when it hits, you know? So, yeah, it's whatever. It's mostly fun. And that's good enough. Now, would it be possible to get on top of this building, or would that seem like a pipe dream? Because it does seem a little bit too high, but at the same time, what if there's a secret on top of it? What if? I can just run on top of this barbed wire without any problems, so maybe I can get somewhere else that's cool. Who knows? I'm gonna walk around this building for one more time, because I feel like I already did, but at the same time, there's a lot of buildings there, I get confused. But yes, I almost certainly have walked through this building repeatedly now, and it is time to accept that there probably just isn't something here outside of the things that I've already found. Or maybe I'm just not looking hard enough, and that's okay too. Either way, I'm going back. I got a bunch of hacked drones. There's a little path over there. I think that might be where it came from, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it should be. Alright. Let's try and just take a normal human route back out of here again. Are you my friend
What
now?
is it that drives you?
Not anymore. You are my foe, but you have been destroyed. So many places I can go. It's overwhelming. That's not good. I was just taking the normal human route to get out of here, and here you are throwing things at me again. Oh, that can probably kill me pretty easily, huh? Yep. Let's just shoot a whole bunch of bullets. I'm a little concerned. I'm in danger. Oh, my game froze entirely there for a second. Cool. I mean, it had to run the calculations, study the blueprints, calculate what the kamikaze were going to do. Were they going to run at me, or were they not? And you know, that takes a couple of processors, a couple of units, you know. Come on, just sit down for once, though. He's not doing the sit. I want him to do the sit. I've trained him for this all his life. And the one time I want him to do the sit, doesn't do the sit. It's preposterous.
Sir, what's that sound? It's Rikilian marshhoppers. Lots of them. They're oh, I love frogs. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. Oh God, please forgive me, Frog King.
I do love Kenny. Kenny is the best character ever added to a Serious Sam game. That includes Serious Sam himself. Kenny, this game should be called Serious Kenny. Oh, it actually was the end of the level. Alright, cool. Sure, I guess that's just where the level ends. That took 2.5 hours. That was a little bit of a long one, but you know what? That's it was what I expected. But oof. I didn't care for the combine harvester part, but that's more just because the thing kept putting me in places where I was just born to die. Like putting me, like having an autosave next to a red biomechanoid who's currently shooting 10 rockets at you. That seems like a bit much, especially when you load a save file. Your vehicle does not move, and it does not want to move. It just starts up again, so you're just gonna be dead. I had a lot of great autosaves that just killed me every single time in that area. Probably could have taken the bike all the way to the end there, though, because the bike was actually pretty far along. But I'm guessing that probably wouldn't have brought the bike to the next level, so it probably wasn't worth it. But at the same time, it would have been fun. It would have been fun. Maybe I'll do it one day, but not today. Anyway, that was Chapter 9, A Breakfast in France. Next time we play, we'll be playing Chapter 10, One for the Road. Hope to see you all there. Bye-bye. Alright, having tried out the Combine Harvester, I had a couple of issues with it. Issue number 1 is that I had several quick saves, and they were all great in their own way. One of them had me taking 10 shots from the... Yep, that's very accurate for this bike. Like, one of the save files had me getting shot 10 times by a red biomechanoid the moment I loaded it, and the other one had me getting attacked by an invisible enemy that I guess was on top of my harvester. So, both of them not ideal. So, instead, let's just use the bike. Let's just see if this works out. There's a good chance that this guy's just gonna kill me, because those rockets are pretty good at actually hitting the Combine Harvester. Probably, seemingly not as good at hitting this thing, though. But then there's the Kamikaze. Yeah, okay, fair enough. That doesn't really work either, does it? Isn't that just incredible? Just perfect.